Hey guys, this is Sheepy1. I'm here to show you how to install Hyperglides onto your Noble5 mouse. What you're going to need is Noble5 mouse itself. You'll also need the Hyperglides. The edition that I'm using is for the Zowie. You will also need something that's a little sharp to take off the factory mouse gates on the Noble5. You can use an X-Acto knife. I'm using like a nail file pretty much that's really sharp right here. If you want to get off the old residue from the adhesive from the factory installed mouse gates, get a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Also need some Q-tips. All right, so let's get right into it. If you also do not want to install Hyperglides onto your mouse, all you really need to do is take off, there's a little filament on top on the actual mouse gate itself. Just peel it off the top portion and the bottom portion. If you peel it off, it'll be perfect. These skates, the factory skates, are actually not that bad either. It's a little tricky to get them off, but once you get them off, they'll feel fantastic. I personally like to install Hyperglides on all my mice. I had previously a G Pro wired, and I had Hyperglides installed, and they feel amazing. So I figured, why not try and install Hyperglides onto my Noble5 mouse? You don't have to. It's a personal preference. I like the way it feels when I glide it across my mouse pad. It feels like it's literally on ice. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the default skates using your handy dandy nail file or X-Acto knife, whichever you prefer. All I need to do is peel off the actual skate itself. I'm peeling right here. Peeling. Peel. Most likely going to be residue on the actual area the skates were. So what you can do after you peel off the actual skates, see, there's a little residue right here. You can get rubbing alcohol, put it on the Q-tips and scrub it off if you'd like to. You don't necessarily need to, but you may like to. I didn't on my current mouse, but it might be good. So let's take off the next one. Okay, so now I'm going to be pulling this part off right here. The adhesive might be a little bit harder to pull off, but now the skates are off. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Right? Okay, now, because if you don't want the excess residue on there, we can get a little bit of rubbing alcohol. All right, rubbing alcohol. And kind of scrub it off. You don't need a lot of rubbing alcohol. You can just get enough to kind of soak it, and then you can start scrubbing it. You don't have to do this portion of the video if you would not like to. It's a little hard to get the actual residue off. You can also use another product itself too if you'd like to. You can pretty much just scrape this off. Like now it's like actually slowly coming off. Some people like it to look clean, some people don't. Personally, this part is probably the most annoying portion of it, just because the adhesive is very strong adhesive itself. Nice and pretty now. All right, so that's done. Good. Not completely clean, but close enough. That's done. Now the next part is to grab the Hyperglides. Open them up. You'll use the bigger piece for the bottom half, and then you'll be using the small piece for the top half. So what you do is you'll peel it off, place it at the base, right here at the base, the very bottom of the line. You want to place at the very bottom to line it up. Center it as well as possible. That's it. That's it right there. Next, you will do the top portion. Peel off. Same thing, line up the bottom of the skate area. Want to line it up to your best of your ability. That's it. Now, you should have a mouse that has mouse gates on it. If the top portion is too big, what you can do is you can actually use your X-Acto knife or your scissors. You can actually trim it if you'd like to. If it fits, then you're good. If it doesn't, then you might want to trim the top portion, the curved portion of it, just slightly to make sure that it fits in there nice and snug, and then you'll be good. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow my channel, please. I'd be greatly appreciated. Comment if there's any way I can improve the tutorial video itself. Also, please, I will link all the things that you need below in the description. If you have not purchased Noble5 Mouse yet, I highly suggest it. Thank you guys again for watching. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll catch you all later. Much love.